Here we got then. Who's live? Let me switch this off. Anyone there? Come on, don't leave me hanging. Oh, we got one viewer. Come on, say hello. Is that you, Charlie? Come on, 4 me hot chocolate goes cold. Gotta get something. Oh, he's back. He's back. Do we have anyone chatting? Hello? How you doing, Bob? Bob the Bricky? Cold today, Bob, or not? Do you work? Bit chilly, mate, wasn't it? Go. I pissed off at 10. We got going about 10. About 10. A little bit earlier than that. Tomorrow's cold, I think. Looking at the Met Office. What are you brickies doing in the cold? Pre-plasters. Let's have a look. Yeah, about 10 o'clock tomorrow. Mind you, 2 degrees. Slowly getting some people adding. Come on, we've only got half hour tonight. Let's have a look at the channel. How's the channel looking? I wonder if I can share my screen. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? If I can share my screen and you can see what I can see. Nope. No, I can't. Let's have a look. I've just lost a subscriber just as we're talking. So I did have 4,102. I've now got 4,101. Oh no. 7 people. Is anyone going to join the chat? And we have got, how many views have we got? Let's have a look. We're up to 5.6 million views on the channel. Not bad for January. I think the first video went up. Is anyone going to join the chat? Fascinating. People watch the video but don't join the chat. Come on, don't be shy. I do that. Oh, sorry, getting scripts for this myself. Hello, is anyone there? Is anyone going to ask any questions? Maybe footy's on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See who's playing tonight, shall we? No one. Just women tonight. Who's going to win the World Cup? I might actually try this live on Facebook, you know. See if I get a bit more engagement. 10 minutes, been near. No one's even said anything yet. Come on, there's plenty of people watching now. I mean, you can't just like looking at my ugly mug. Take it you can hear me. Comment below if you can hear me. Nah, there we go. That's me all done on Friday. Worked all year, so go back in mid-Jan. Good for you, Lawrence. We got a few lads that sort of do the last scramble towards Christmas and try and get in a few more shifts. But like you said, you got to plan all year. It's good money if you can, you know, if you get it while you can and work the opportunities you can, and then it's not so bad when it snows or it's cold or rain. Quite clearly, you know that. Don't quite know how to use this thing. You don't get any objections to that then, Lawrence, switching between the day work and the price work, day work through the winter? It's all right if you can get it. Not so sure we'd have that. Luke, is there going to be a recession? I think I covered that, mate, in my video. Good to see you, Luke. And the plumber got finished on Monday night, Luke, by the way. They stayed late and worked and got it done. Very good of them. Who's going to win the World Cup then? Is it coming home? Fucking, it's all you ever hear, isn't it? Getting much done this week. In the office I am, Luke. But it's been all right. Today was a relatively good day, to be fair. Lads worked probably from 10 o'clock onwards. Tomorrow's looking bleak, and Friday's looking bleak. We've got to cut in a few lads working tomorrow. We've got some garage personnel doors to cut in, which is an extra. So yeah. That's a good that's good work, Lawrence. I like that. Not sure if everyone can see each other's chat. I don't know what you can see, but yeah, makes sense, Lawrence. I suppose if you can minimise the amount of lost time, during the winter by making sure there's some inside work and then get out in the summer. It's hard in the winter, price work. I do agree with you. You all done, Luke, already? Jesus Christ, that's a month off. Too much money in them footings, mate.5 weeks off. I'd get bored. I have trouble having days off. No, I'm looking forward to the Christmas break, to be fair. I see Pookie the other day as well. You started your extension yet, Luke, or not? Yeah, my back plays up a bit as well, Lawrence, if I sit around too much. If I don't keep myself busy and sit around, the old back does kick off. New boiler. I hope it was energy efficient, Luke. air source heat pumps in our 2 new ones we're building, because there's no gas out there. So we've gone for air source rather than oil. Yeah, so new NHBC regs come in January, and it's the temperature's being lowered to 1 degree. 1 degree and rising, as long as the temperature that day is going to exceed 2 degrees. I think it is. 3 degrees. Have a look. I've got it here somewhere. Any advice advice to a young brickie trying to make as much money as possible? I think, to be honest, you're looking at it wrong, Jordan. To be honest with you, it's the wrong approach, if you like. You shouldn't be worried. What you want to do is get good at bricklaying, and then the rest will come. At Luke, build footings. Yeah, build footings, and then you have no back by the time you're Luke's age. But yeah, so I'm looking at this now. Who commented? AD, 1 degree and rising. Yes, that is correct. So as of January, work can resume with the temperature is 1 degree and rising, with the expectation the temperature will exceed 3 degrees, and that is from the NHBC. That's not, because you get all the fucking haters on these sort of channels. That's from NHBC. Probably can't see it very well, but a site manager sent me that, a former NHBC inspector. In fact, I'll screenshot that. And so 1 degree and rising, but as long as the temperature is going to exceed 3 degrees that day, you're good to go. So advice to a young brickie trying to make as much money as possible. Yes, Jordan, I would concentrate on, first of all, getting good. And making sure you're well versed in, different materials and different styles and lead trays and bay windows and soldiers and dental courses, etc. And then personally, I would assemble myself a little price work gang, 3 and 1, 4 and 2, something like that. And then I would get price work. But then it is not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. So you need to learn to manage your money and make it work for you, because you're only one person, and unless you've got people making money for you, you're always going to be the limiting factor. So but get good, get price work, keep as much money as you can, invest it, make it work for you, and you'll do all right. That's my advice to you. So Lawrence, about an in-depth video on stonework. I mean, maybe I do take that for granted a little bit, really, because and I'm not being flash. Stonework, the type of stone we do is easy, and that's not me, showing off. Like, if you're a bricklayer, you can lay that recon stone, and the coursing is just the same coursing as brickwork or blockwork. So you get 3s and 6s, which is the 3 is 65 mil, and the 6s are the 140s. So the 6s are effectively 2 courses of bricks, the 3s are 1 course of bricks, and then you do get 4s and 5s, which is slightly different. But so everything goes in 9-inch steps. So you imagine it steps with the blockwork. And so 2 4s, you lay 2 4s together, and that makes 1 9-inch block step, and then you put a 6 and a 3 together, and so on. So it is easy, but that's a good idea for a video, because I think that those of us that do it, it's quite common around our area. And when I was starting out bricklaying, I used to think, God, that looks difficult, but it really isn't. Same principles apply. But most decent bricklayers should be able to do it. But that's a good idea, Lawrence. I might be able to squeeze something in this week, so watch your space. AD, yeah, thank you for showing me that, mate. Yeah, so 1 degree in riding next year, January 1st onwards. So make sure you tell your site managers that. Yeah, it does. It depends how you split that up, Lawrence. So really, you can work for some people and still have a price work gang, and they can be paid by the subby, depending on which way you set it up. So which means you haven't technically got to have any money to start. You just got to do a week in hand. Ironically, Luke, I think the site managers will welcome the 1 degree. And to be honest with you, I don't think any site managers really care, as long as it is warm enough. So if that 1 degree, if that has been lowered to 1 degree, then they'll let you crack on when it's 1 degree, if it's going to rise above 3 that day. But I've always wondered why we can't cope with the cold in this country. I mean, you work in Germany, it's -10, but they get on all right, and they use silos. That's where silos were originally introduced from in this country, was Germany. So God knows, get some antifreeze. Yeah, but the additives you're not allowed to add over here, Luke, for some random reason. I know it doesn't get that cold for that long, but it still makes sense to be able to add something, or to be able to cope with it. But we have a foot of snow in this country, and fucking airports are shut. Sorry. Where's Bricky Bry? He's normally in the chat. Hope you're all right, Bry. One of the OGs from when I started the channel, I reckon. Luke, how's your minimum standard guide coming along for the footings? You finished it yet? Could be earning some money over Christmas with that, without leaving the comfort of your home. I wonder if I can plug mine here. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm live here. Community. Let's have a look. Go on, Bob. You're not allowed the old fairy now, mate. I remember putting that in the mixer when I was working with my dad on site back in the day. Wonder if this works. No, it can't. I can try and put the link in, but anyway. Is level 3 college worth it, considering it isn't funded anymore? I don't know. It's I think personally, if you want to do it, I don't think it will do you any harm. I do think with the resources available to people now, like brickwork channels, YouTube, you know, if back in the day, if you wanted to build a herringbone panel or a twisted pier or, you know, something of that nature, you would have to dig out a textbook, go to the library, dig out a textbook. But now you can find pretty much everything you need to know online. So whilst I think if you're relatively young, learning level 3 may be beneficial because you're probably on apprenticeship, probably, you know, maybe still at home. But if you're of a older age and you're trying to get on in life, and I don't think the level 3 is that beneficial. But having said that, I did do a level 3 at college, but only because I managed to squeeze it into my second year. So I'd done 2 years in 1 year. I do think it was very good, and I did get to learn how to do herringbone panels and some twisted piers and you know, more decorative, intricate work. But that's, you ain't going to use that very often. But horses for courses. No right or wrong answer on that, really. Are coloured blue CSCS cards for brickies? Well, I've got a blue one, I believe, but to be honest, it's such a palaver with all that and finding qualifications and all the rest of it. I can't even remember what I applied for. I just wanted one. In all honesty, site managers, it doesn't matter if you've got a CSCS card for dry lining and you're a plumber. They didn't really mind, to be perfectly honest with you, or certainly in my experience. All right, Ben, how you doing? Is there going to be a recession? Woo! Who knows? Who knows? But there's nothing we can do about it anyway. Good to see you, Ben. Bit cold today, mate. I'm getting an awful lot of comments on my YouTube video. Here we go. Yeah, some positive comments, but do you know what? Majority of people on the YouTube video have said that they agree with not watching the news. So get in there, get your TV and switch it off. Yeah, I think it is going to be cold tomorrow, Ben. I'm not sure we'll be doing a great deal tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow and Friday, not looking good. Good job we had all that private work through the summer. Oh, here we go. Yeah, got a fair few people watching now. Not the 4,000 that are subscribed to my channel. Lucky now. Right, have a guess in the chat how much Sunday's video, which has got 8,200 views, has so far generated me in money. Have a guess. Have a quick look. £17, £10. So what's it been up then? So Wednesday, Sunday, Monday. So Monday would be 24 hours. Tuesday. So it's been up like 72 hours. 72 hours. How much do you think it's made? So approaching 10, not far off 10,000 views in 72 hours. 50p. It's not enough to power the laptop. First 24 hours since published. Right, it is so far, as of this evening, looking at my channel now. It's a pity I can't share that screen. I might work out how I can share my screen. Then I can actually share some useful information with you guys rather than just sat here talking a load of old waffle. £12 10p is what it's generated so far. £12 10p. Not like I do this for the money, because quite clearly it's not. It literally isn't enough to cover, you know, the electric my laptop uses while I'm editing. But I just find it fascinating, really. £12 10p. Although that has been one of the highest earning videos that I have earned, along with one of my very early ones, when we done a bit of pick and dipping when I was messing about. That one's done all right, but not, you know, we haven't even breached £100 for the channel yet. So I'll tell you how much I've earned. Here we go. Oh shit, wrong one. Let's have a look. So it's always 2 days behind. So you're always 48 hours behind, but so far the whole channel has generated £96 and 78p. So it's pretty pathetic, really. But obviously people can earn, you know, a fair bit of money from these. I know Charlie Collison's got a few 100,000 subscribers, so he does give out some good tips, good bricklaying tips, to be honest. But I'm surprised his subscriber count is that much, if I'm honest. Don't know how long he's been doing it, but that's a good following. That's probably earning him, I reckon that's probably earning him 100 grand a year. Yeah, 700 quid. He's probably doing a couple of grand easy a week, I reckon. Let's have a look at his channel, shall we? Have a look. Have a look. Here we go. Fuck, you know. So he's got 474,000 subscribers. Let's have a look. About 60,000 subscribers, and he earns about 50 grand a year off his channel. Did I just lose connection for a minute? Anyway, back to Charlie's channel. Yeah, most of his videos are averaging between 10 and 30,000 views is what he's generating. Popular. Let's have a look. So a million views, one of his videos. But yeah, 21,000. You know, he does a few a week. Don't know how many views he's got in total. Let's have a look. 300. He's got 329 million views on his channel to date, and he joined in 2014. I don't know when his first video was. Let's have a look, shall we? So, although he joined in 2014, doesn't necessarily mean that's when his video was first uploaded. God knows, he's got an awful lot of videos. But yeah, good luck to the man. Good luck to the man. If he's just recording footage while he's working and then uploads it, and his editing's don't take him too long. My editing actually takes me a fair amount of time, but that's just the style of the video. But I have got a bit better at that and a bit quicker at that, to be honest. But it's not the easiest job in the world, editing. It was incredibly difficult when I first started, but it's not too bad now. Right, anyone got any more questions? Because I've got to go and eat. So any questions from anyone? I get the impression Collison is scaling back. Yeah, I am subscribed to his channel, Lawrence, but I don't watch a great deal of his content. And like I said, good luck to the man. But it's I'm more interested in the sort of property developing business side of the construction world as opposed to the actual technical bricklaying, although I still love it. But good luck to him, because if he can monetize his channel, good luck to him. And if he's doing affiliate marketing and stuff, he should be making an awful lot of money. And if he's not, then he's missing a trick. Do you think prices will drop with what's looking to happen in the next few years? I honestly don't know, Jordan. I would fully expect prices to drop with a downturn in the market, but with house prices being overinflated, if they come back down, I think they're only going to come back to normal levels, or certainly pre-COVID levels. And obviously, the cost of living is very high. Fuel, energy. And ultimately, while fuel prices is high, which I think is artificially high due to the government, because they have printed so much money, and they've got a problem with inflation. So now they need to control it. So we've had to raise interest rates. In all honesty, I can't see many people being able to drop their prices, because the lads won't want to drop any money, because we've got families to feed. So I honestly do not know, but just keep an eye on things. And, sometimes we all collectively have to play ball because of the market. Everyone's okay when it's booming and we're demanding more money and the house prices are going up. And if it goes the other way, I do think sometimes we've all got to play ball in order to get the cycle back, go through the dip and come out the other side. But I do think that a lot of our problems are created by mismanagement of the economy in the first place by the government, because there's no need for it. Inflation's, they say 14.6%. It's more like 20%, let's be honest. And, interest rates could only ever rise because they rock bottom. So that's all you can do. And money's been cheap. The government has borrowed all the money cheaply as well. So with interest rates going up, the government have a bigger problem to tackle with the debt. So we get taxed to death in this country: VAT, national insurance, corporation tax, income tax, council tax, road tax, TV licenses, fuel tax, double tax, sometimes triple taxed, alcohol's taxed, sugar tax. I mean, it's fucking hardly worth having a business or a job, really. I mean, come on. And ultimately, people are moving away from this country. So I'm not sure if that answers your question. Do you need a lot of money to get started in property development? No, you don't. I did cover that in not the video just up, the one before that. So you need a little bit of money. You've always got to have just a little bit. So even if you wanted, let's say you knew a wealthy individual who would provide you some money to buy some land, he will want a legal agreement drawn up so he knows his money's safe. So the absolute bare minimum you need to cover his legal costs, because you can say, can I borrow 100 grand, please? And actually, can you pay your solicitor's bill? So, but to give you an example, that's probably about 1,500 quid, 2 grand to get a loan agreement set up with a wealthy individual so his money's protected. So just so you know, if you borrow the money to buy a piece of land and you then own that land, you will very, very easily be able to go out and borrow all the money to build the houses. Simple. So if you own the land, it's easy. So what you want to do is, if you want to do property development, is find some investors. It doesn't have to be one investor. It could be, say you needed 50 grand. You could have 5 people at 10 grand each, or 10 people at 5 grand each, or whatever. Obviously, it's a bit trickier to organise, but you don't actually need a lot of money. And as a general rule of thumb, to purchase a piece of land, you can borrow the money to build the houses, and they will also give you a contribution towards the land. Generally, if you find a piece of land, you're going to need about half. So you don't even need, so if you find a piece of land for 100 grand and you find an investor, you're going to need about 50, and the rest you can borrow. And then when it's done, sold and finished, all your interest is taken at the end, and you pay back your investor, you pay back the person you borrowed the money to build them from, and then you get left with what's left. Don't get me wrong, it's not, it's not like baking a cake, but it is fairly straightforward. So do it. Right, any more questions? Got till 8:15, and then I'm out of here. So I would just do it, Lawrence. I wouldn't worry about being shy, and you haven't always got to be on camera either. I don't particularly relish being on camera, to be honest, but you just get over it after a while. And I do, public speaking make me sound like I'm something I'm not. But like, for instance, I was at my old school last week, giving a talk to year 11 students about brickwork apprenticeship. So I didn't want to do it. I wasn't looking forward to it, but I just forced myself to do it. And then just next time you do it, becomes a bit easier, and so on and so forth. So my first YouTube video was recorded on my phone. In fact, my first 6 or 7 were recording on my phone. So that's just an excuse, if I'm honest with you, Lawrence. That's an excuse that you're too shy, because you just need to get over it. If you're only good at what you're doing, the YouTube, I started this channel because I noticed that the trend in brickwork channels growing. So I think it's Derby Brickwork. If you look at their channel, got an awful lot of views on their videos, particularly on their shorts. I don't think I've ever seen anyone like physically on camera like I do. And they got loads of subscribers and get loads of views, and their channels it would be monetized as well. So you haven't got to be on it, mate. So give it a go. Showcase some of your work, and you can upload the shorts now as well. So the short videos, like 10 seconds or whatever, mine do an awful lot of views sometimes. Content. So views, here we go. So one of my shorts is 6 seconds long. It's a soldier course when I was perping up a soldier. 6 seconds long, taken on my phone. It's got 1.8 million views. So, and in February, I think it is, next year, YouTube are going to monetize shorts as well. So if you could get on the shorts, which you haven't got to be on camera for, and then you can monetize it, record the videos throughout the day, upload them when you get in, happy days, monetize it. So I think you've got to have 10 million views to get monetized on the shorts. But like I said, just one of my shorts has got 1.8 million views. So getting to 10 million is relatively achievable. So give it a go, Lawrence. Get that phone out tomorrow, mate. And tag me in on your channel when you start it. Right, has anyone got any ideas for some video content that I could put up? Hit me with it. So, Lawrence, I know you suggested about the stone and how the stone is coursed, the different sizes. So that's a good idea for a video. Probably going to be too cold for me to get some footage, but I might be able to. So that's one. Any other ideas? I struggle with content ideas for the channel. I've done an awful lot of content, but in all the videos, so one video's got maybe 3 things in, and I could have, if I had a brain, I could have split that up into 3 videos. So one video has taken up 3 ideas, if that makes sense. So I should have used some of these and broken it all up. But if anyone's got any ideas, but I might cover that stone. I like that one, Lawrence. That's probably going to feature. If it's not this week, it'll be next week, weather permitting. But any other ideas for video content, please stick them in the chat or stick them on my community section of the YouTube page, and I'll grab them from there. Right, thanks for watching, lads and lasses. Any ladies, put your hands in the air. Thanks for watching. I'll do another live maybe this week, but we'll see. Yeah, thanks for your support. Thanks for all the new subscribers. I picked up a fair few on the latest video. Do appreciate it. The audience is growing and the views are going up. So thank you very much. Have a good evening, and I'll see you Sunday night. Thanks.